It's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. Down the left sideline. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football.
All security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think they should take the ball to.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Saints are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Another carry for the fullback, Ricard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he is going to lose yardage here. That tackle for loss earned by Alontae Taylor.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
And they'll give this to Ricard. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got it. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return, Hardy. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Here's Dalton. Forced out to his left. And get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense back out there. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But
oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Just having two hands on the ball, it's tucking it away, it's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Andy Dalton. He'll buy some time right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Jackson. That's good. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He got 29 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards to get. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Taco Charlton in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Ravens.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taking it about the 36. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So possession goes over here on the punt. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Steps away to his left. Open man downfield is Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
They've been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Saints are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tano Passanio bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Pete Werner He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ravens send their punter out now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. To try again after the sack. Dalton being chased out left. He completes it to Olave. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And Dalton to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas with career touchdown number 60. And the Saints continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Dalton eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big...
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Saints take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Taco Charlton, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. Dalton, 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Past the 20.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Kamara up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints have got it on cruise control. What's good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
That is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Following the fumble recovery, Dalton. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Odafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Odafe Owe
drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton steps away to his left. That's to his running back, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. Nifty move. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rush.
Oh, wide open, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for it.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for New Orleans, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start.